Hello, and welcome to Bourbon Bartender. I'm Ari. I'm a software engineer. Uh, it's actually been an interesting evening. I just picked up my a pick I did of Old Forester. So this was for Fox Garden. I'm not doing this tasting tonight. I'll do this tasting separately. But gosh, this was such a wonderful pick. I think I rated it an 89. And it was so unlike most Old Foresters that I've enjoyed. So, like on the nose, it was floral and barrel char. This was a fun pick. This one we did, Melissa Rift was there, the master taster over at Old Forester. She's just an absolutely wonderful person. And this was a great pick. I bought 5 bottles, 1 for a friend, and then 4 for me. Well, I think 1 might be a gift, but we'll see. Now, this is the black label Old Forester, so it's 100 proof. Just a couple, 3 years ago, it was 90 proof for the black label. I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of the blue label. It's almost like hazmat every time I have it, just super spicy. Although if you add a couple drops of water, it really tames it, brings out so much more flavor, those fatty acids. So if you do not have a water dropper with some distilled water, you should have it. I'm just recommending it. Sure, absolutely, try things neat, but then try just like a drop or 2 of water, and just how it opens up the whiskey is just absolutely wonderful. Anyway, the point of tonight's video is the Naptown Bourbon Club has an Advent calendar. I'm a lifetime member of the of the Naptown Bourbon Club. When was that founded? Maybe 2019? I'm sure Greg will correct me. And so all of their proceeds go to charity. I love what Naptown Bourbon Club does. Another great club I'm in with Fred Minnick is Club Marzipan, which he started. What a great group of people who are really into not just bourbon, but bourbon history, whiskey history. And Fred does such a phenomenal job educating everyone about just the history. He's got so many different books like Bourbon Curious, etc. But gosh, if you're not a member of Club Marzipan, you should definitely join. What a great group. So, Naptown Bourbon Club has the Advent calendar. Me being Jewish, the cool thing is Christmas and Hanukkah are on the same day this year. So this actually works out really well for me. Hanukkah obviously just starting on the 25th, and then Christmas being one day. But they have, this is day number 2. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then every day they give us a hint of what it is. So today's hint, and I of course made a guess as to what it was. I have not tried it yet, obviously, as you can tell, because it's still full. Was the best way to bond over whiskey is to chat. There we go. Is to chat about it. So I'm guessing bond has something to do with bottled and bond. I'm thinking either, I'm just looking at the color of this. It's really hard to tell, obviously, just on camera. But it's just above an amber. So I'm wondering if this is the Henry McKenna Bottled and Bond. I was actually at the event, but I don't have the list of whiskeys. I'll bet if I take a look at my photo, I can probably that I took when we were packing these, I might be able to start figuring some of these out. But I'm not going to cheat. It might also be Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, but I don't remember this being the color. But I could be wrong, Whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and try this, and I'm going to do the tasting on lick. So I'm going to go over to Lick, which if you haven't used Lick, you should be, because it's my bourbon tasting, whiskey tasting, mezcal, any type of tasting app. And then, of course, it helps you manage your collection. So I'll add new. I'm guessing this is a bourbon. So I'll say Naptown Barrel Club. Advent calendar, day number 2. And then I will fill it in once I find out what it actually is. I think Greg might have said what it is. Has he said yet? I can't. No, I was wrong. That's your clue, is I was wrong. Great. It's all right. It's hard to tell. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. And actually, what he said it is, I love that distillery. So I do like this color. Oh, wow. Oh, the vanilla. That is just straight up a vanilla bomb. I should add vanilla bomb as a flavor in Lick, because I love vanilla bombs. It has that classic caramel note. Maybe no, there's an apple. Maybe caramel apple. And so that's one cool thing about Lick is it'll show you, like if you say caramel, it'll be like, well, what do you mean? Caramel, caramel corn, caramel apple, caramel what? So I had so much fun building Lick. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that ripe apple comes through. Wow. Apple, 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 apple. Now, just so you know, earlier today, so like I said, I got back from the Old Forester tasting. So, we're looking at, I had some food. So I had onion rings. I had some chicken fingers. I had a crab rangoon. And food absolutely affects your palate. I mean, everyone has a different palate. And then everyone has a different palate every day because of the food that you've eaten. I try to stay away from anything really spicy if I'm going to do a tasting because it always throws my palate off. I think the only way I've recovered from that is drinking some coffee. But if I do a tasting at night, I'm not going to drink coffee. I won't be able to sleep. So, gosh, that's a wonderful nose. This nose is this nose is just candy. Candy, candy, candy. Candy apple. Candy, candy, candy. I used to get in Chicago. I used to go to the Affy Tapple Factory and get fresh toffee and candy apples with my grandfather. And they were like $1 a piece or something. It was crazy. And wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let's go ahead and taste it. We have, the candy apple does not follow through. It is oak. Wow, there's a lot of oak. Hold on, I gotta let my doggy in here for a moment. Lainey wants to come in and enjoy. If no one has met Lainey, Lainey is my paralyzed dog. She's wonderful. I'll have to put a photo up. Oh, yeah, hey girl. Hold on. She wants a treat. Hold on. I'm in the middle of a video, girl. So, Boy, that oak is there. The vanilla is still there. Some char. Wow, that sweetness just fell off. Hold on. Those baking spice notes. I hate saying baking spice, but it still coats the tongue. It doesn't wrap around, but it does coat the top of the tongue. But not like what I was hoping to get. Enjoyable, absolutely enjoyable. Nothing off-putting. Very enjoyable. I'd still give it a 4 out of 5. Maybe. Boy, that's a lot of oak. Mocha. Maybe some mocha on there. It's not a long finish. I mean, I guess I go back and forth between, do I have a long finish of mint, or is that just alcohol burn? I'd love to ask Fred that, actually. He would be able to explain that much better to me. I'll have to make a mental note to ask him. If it's a long finish, it's mint. But otherwise, I mean, it's alcohol. But it's good. Like no ethanol, no alcohol, kind of. So maybe it is mint. Maybe it is mint. I'm going to go back and forth on that one. Not peppermint, just like peppermint patty. If you've ever had that, it's almost a sweet mint. It has that consistency, like a thicker mint. But it doesn't retain any of the mocha, so you don't get like an Andes mint or anything like that. But yeah, it is still there. So I don't know. I'm going back and forth between rating this a 3 or a 4 on the finish. The palate, I don't know. Maybe a 3. It's hard to say a 4. Like, I enjoyed it. I could absolutely enjoy this. I'm curious if I put a drop of water to bring something out. Ooh, that brings out cherry on the nose. It does bring out some cherry, some dark fruit. But adding water kind of breaks the rules of a review, so I'm not going to put it in my lick review. Well, actually, I'll put it in the notes. I'll put it in the notes of the lick review. Adding a couple drops of water brings out cherry. But yeah, that's how far I'm going with that one. So yeah, I'm gonna give this an 85. Well, maybe 83. 83. Very good. I mean, it's quite enjoyable. I mean, I'm not an awards guy, but I don't know they would win like a top 10. But as a daily drinker, it's very enjoyable. I don't want to say, oh, it would be good in a mixed drink, because that to some people might be offensive. But it's very nice. So what is it, right? Spoiler alerts, So this is the Chatanooga Whiskey Bottled and Bond. So obviously 100 proof. Courtesy of RNDC, sweet. If you don't know anything about Bottled and Bond, it's 100 proof. Has to be 100 proof. Has to be at least 4 years old. And has to be from a single distiller in a single distilling season. So there you go. Look it up. I love bonded expressions. Usually they're my favorites. So this was still good, still tasty and yummy. I'll put this video out there. I'm looking forward to the next tasting, and I'll let you know. And thank you for tuning in, and see you at the next video.